Modern warfare has become a far cry from the days of needing a clear line of sight to hit a target. Advanced technology has transformed the battlefield, allowing for precise strikes over vast distances. This shift is driven by the integration of global positioning systems, or GPS, into weaponry. GPS satellites act as real-time maps in the sky, enabling operators to meticulously track and guide weapons with pinpoint accuracy, even from afar. This eliminates the need for visual confirmation, enhancing both the effectiveness and safety of military operations. However, the battlefield remains a complex and unpredictable environment. While the US has equipped Ukraine with these sophisticated GPS-guided weapons, Russia has countered with a disruptive tactic: jamming technology. Reports suggest Russia's jamming has significantly hampered the effectiveness of these US weapons, forcing Ukraine to suspend the use of certain types altogether. This makes us wonder, just how good is Russia's jamming tech, and what kind of Western weapons have been affected by it? But before we delve deeper, let's take a look at how this jamming technology works. In modern warfare, military electronic warfare, or EW, especially jamming, is a game changer. Think of it as hacking, but for the electromagnetic spectrum. EW uses targeted energy or the spectrum itself to detect, identify, and disrupt enemy signals. EW's countermeasures form is jamming. It works by sending out interfering signals to mess with enemy systems. Russia's jamming system exemplifies this perfectly. Operating from the ground, it creates a cone of EW interference that severs the connection between weapons and guiding satellites. But the threat goes deeper. A dense network of Russian EW systems and air defenses creates a constant menace for Ukrainian pilots. These systems not only jam communication, but also scramble aircraft navigation, leaving pilots with no open windows. They're perpetually under the threat of electronic disruption, with the feeling like they can be shot anytime. This menacing development is a key reason why Russia has recently regained momentum on the ground. Furthermore, the impact of Russia's countermeasures extends far beyond the current battlefield. It raises concerns for the US and its allies, as it could provide a blueprint for adversaries like China and Iran. The US is now forced to reconsider its support strategy in light of Russia's effective jamming technology. Regarding the impact of Russian jamming on Ukrainian weapons, it has left Ukraine in a situation similar to having fancy toys they can't fully enjoy. Initially, Ukrainian forces experienced significant success with Western-provided weapons like Excalibur GPS-guided artillery shells. Confidential assessments based on battlefield observations revealed that over 50% of these highly accurate 155mm rounds hit their targets early in the conflict. However, this success story took a sharp turn in the following months. The effectiveness of these weapons plummeted, with accuracy dropping below 10% according to the same assessments. The culprit? Russian jamming technology that disrupted the weapon's GPS guidance systems. This dramatic decline in effectiveness forced the Ukrainian military to make a difficult decision. They were left with no choice but to abandon some Western armaments, including the Excalibur shells. This situation has made the Excalibur that once considered highly effective with the title "One Shot, One Target" has lost its potential. The ineffectiveness of this weapon has created a sense of urgency in Kyiv. Ukrainian officials are now pushing for upgrades to these Western weapons with the hope that the US can address the jamming issue and restore the effectiveness of these crucial armaments. Until a solution is found, the success of these shells remains under a cloud. Another US weapon significantly impacted by Russian jamming is the HIMARS rocket launcher. Initially, this weapon was highly successful against Russian command centers and weapon stockpiles. However, in the second year of its deployment in Ukraine, Russian jamming began to disrupt the HIMARS targeting capabilities. The Washington Post reports this jamming led to expensive missiles being used on low-value targets. While Ukraine still finds HIMARS missiles effective, Russian jamming can throw their aim off by 15 meters or more. To fight this jamming, the US is providing HIMARS with additional equipment for accurate targeting. Ukrainians also use drones to help aim attacks. But as the New York Times reports, Russia used advanced tech before an attack on Kharkiv Oblast to disrupt Ukrainian communication, intelligence gathering, and drone operations using Starlink internet. This suggests drones might not be the ultimate answer. Ukraine and its allies should have seen this jamming problem coming a long ago. Russian President Vladimir Putin mentioned that Russia has boosted its production of electronic warfare equipment by 15 times since the conflict began. Moscow has consistently cautioned that Western arms shipments to Kyiv won't deter Russia from reaching its objectives. Instead, it will only drag out the conflict. This is evident in how Russia's warfare equipment renders the Western-donated weapons less effective. Therefore, do you believe the US and other allies providing weapons to Ukraine will come up with a solution to counter this effectively? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.